Hey guys, so today I'm going to tell you about a editing process called dodging and burning. So dodging and burning was first used in Darkroom, and what you did was you basically took a card and put it over areas you wanted to darken, or you take a card with a hole in it and expose an area more to light. This technique was used during like during the exposure process, so like when you would expose UV light to the chemicals and then it would make the print. It's a great technique for adding contrast to an image, but it's better than just taking the contrast filter and throwing it up or down in an image, because this technique you have way more control over where that contrast is and how the contrast works in the image, so you can make the viewer kind of look at an image differently than they would if you didn't add the dodging and burning, because you can add more light to the subject or to a leading line, whatever. So this editing technique can be used in Lightroom and in Photoshop today. I'm going to show you how to do it in Photoshop because personally I find it easier to do in Photoshop and you have way more control than you do in Lightroom, or I just don't try enough in Lightroom. Take that as you will. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I find to be the easiest way to do dodging and burning in Photoshop. So let's get on the computer over here and get her done. Alright guys, so we're in Photoshop now. I have a background layer and then I just clicked Command J to add a copy of the first layer. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down to the add transparent layer. You're going to click that. There. And then I'm going to go here to the blending mode tab. And I'm going to go down. I'm going to hit soft light. So what that's going to do is it's going to add the white or the black paint through the paintbrush a bit more softly, and it's not as like harsh, and it comes on very softly. And if you look here, I'm already on the paintbrush tool. I have my opacity set to 10%, and I have the hardness set to 0, as you want it to be very you want it to be a soft paintbrush, so there's no harsh lines or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I've already edited the colors and everything in Lightroom, and then I export it to Photoshop to do the dodging and burning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the whites first, so I want to use that to concentrate on the highlights. So I'm just gonna shrink the brush tool a little bit. I'm gonna start adding to places like the hood, for example. I'll add to the rims. I'll add across this little section of the doors here. Add a little bit here. And kind of add in this general area. And I would say it looks pretty good for now. It's great, and I'll turn that layer on and off so you can see the difference. See, it's very subtle. You don't want to do too much at once. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click X, and that will change the paint brushes from white to black. So I'm going to do black, and I'm going to make the brush a little bit bigger. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding darkness here, as I want the viewer to go and look at the car and not too much of everything in front of it. So I'm just gonna add some darkness here. There we go. Oh. The fact that I'm screen recording right now, it's not, the computer doesn't like what I'm doing the screen recording and I'm using Photoshop at the same time, so it may be a little bit slow. I apologize for that. I think it might also darken parts of the sky as well. Add some contrast to the little clouds that are going on. I might add some contrast to the car as well, because there's areas that, like, you want the, like, especially when it comes to cars, you really want the viewers to be able to see the shape, and this is definitely a great way for viewers, or to use dodging and burning so that people can kind of see the shape of the car and what makes it unique. I'm also going to darken the windshield a little bit. That's a little bit too bright. Some darkness to the middle of the rims, so you can kind of see the rims are kind of going like inward. If you can hear my fan spilling up, you can tell it really doesn't like this. Alright, I'm going to turn that layer on and off so you guys can see the difference. See, I added more focus to the car, and you can kind of see that the light is more on the car and that center part of the frame than it is on anything else. So I think I did the job pretty good. Could use a bit of touching up though now that I look at it. But that's the main idea of it. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video useful today. If you liked it, like and subscribe. There'll be more content like this in the future. I do, like, in this channel I plan on doing more like Photoshop techniques, Lightroom techniques, overall photography techniques, and then I also have a car that I plan on modifying in the future. So if you guys are down to see that, definitely subscribe as well for that, as well as the photography and Photoshop tips. Like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.